Hi guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Hello again, Chris.
Hello again. If you guys watched about an hour and a half ago, we had Tony Lancelotti, the 2017 Bandit winner and proprietor extraordinaire of Lands Oil here in the Dream Giveaway Garage, and he dropped off that first oil change for the winner of the Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. That award ceremony will be happening in less than 48 hours. It'll be happening at noon on Friday, Eastern Standard Time, so we hope you will join us live for that wonderful presentation. It'll be a blast. And if you're within driving distance, please come see the show in person. We'll feed you. How's that sound?
Feels like I'm hungry.
There you go. Mailbag Wednesday. We're going to start on the 64 Corvette, and we've got a great question from Bruce Weddle. It has to do about the fuelie systems in the classic Corvette. So from 1957 to, I believe, 1965, one of the options on the Chevy small block was a mechanical fuel injection system. You can actually see it right there on the intake. It's much larger than a more shoebox looking than a carburetor and an air cleaner would on a carbureted small block Chevy. So it was available, and it was a pricey option back in the day. It had to have been $420 or so on top of the price of a regular carbureted 327. Usually the fuelies in those years were the highest horsepower cars. So in 1964, for example, you could get a carbureted 327, 350 horse. If you paid that extra money, you could get that 327, 365 horse all the way through about 1965. Here's what happened. Once the big block came out, mid-1965, with the 4-barrel and then with the triple deuces on there, through about 68, maybe 69, it was all over for that mechanical fuel injection system. Today, they are very, very rare, very collectible as well. So the question is, from Bruce, he's been following vet history since 1953, remembers when the mechanical fuel injection came out in 1957. You are correct, Bruce. From what he remembers, the fuel injection was a pain to adjust and maintain. Any suggestions what to do when I win? Not me, him. He thinks he's going to win, and good for you, Bruce, to keep the vet on the road. Well, Bruce, you are correct that the Rochester fuel injection system for the Chevrolet, and also it was put on the Pontiac Bonneville, in case you guys didn't know, in 1957. It's a very finicky system. When it's set up correctly, it is easy to maintain, but once problems start occurring, it's tough because there are so few people who understand the complexities of that mechanical fuel injection system and can bring them back up to spec for you. You know, to help you learn a little bit about the fuelies and facts and fictions concerning whether they're easy to maintain or difficult, our good friends at Motor Trend, back in 2013, did this great article. I invite you guys to take a look at it. Fuelie, Facts, and Fiction Mechanical Fuel Injection System. There, of course, are they call them the Ramjet FI systems. And you can see them right there. So it was very, very popular in the day because most mechanics knew how to tune a carburetor but did not know how to tune a fuel injection, to eventually on a Fuelie Corvette to take that system off and to put a 4-barrel intake and a carburetor on there. And if you're going to be driving this car as a weekend driver, well, that is certainly one option. I can't tell you whether that's right for you or not. However, there's something special about opening the hood of a Corvette and seeing that Rochester fuel injection system, and the fender of a Fuelie car will have the shout out fuel injection. So you can see it right over here, or we could walk on over to the car and you can see it. See right there above the belt line there. So should you keep that fuel injection system on there? Well, this particular car is an NCRS top flight car and won the Duntov Mark of Excellence Award. And based upon that pedigree, my opinion is you keep the fuel injection system on there. There are still a few guys out there who are experts in these fuel injection systems And should something go awry, and it is a mechanical system, so that's always not an if, but a when, then you can always send that unit out and have it rebuilt to factory specs. I can tell you, having driven this car, that it fires up wonderfully, and as long as you don't flood it while you're driving it, you're going to be just fine. So there you go. And by I mean flooding it, if you're just tooling around at idle speeds, got to be a little bit careful on it. But once you get that baby running, it runs pretty nice indeed. So thank you for your question, Bruce. Okay, Nova. I didn't put this here, PJ, but I'm going to do it. When we started the Nova giveaway, we saw the 427 in there. We knew that it was 400 plus horsepower. We did not have a dyno sheet on it, but we knew it was 400 plus. Thanks to one of our Facebook fans, I believe it was Michael, he confirmed for us that that Nova has a GM, actually now it's called Chevy Performance, ZZ 427/480 crate engine. Let's take a look at that. So we're going to look at the ZZ 427/480. That's what we find in the Nova. So if you see some of the earlier advertisements on the Nova giveaway, it'll say 400 plus. When we learned that this is the engine that's in it, we then updated the website and the current literature to give you that correct number of 480. This is a fantastic crate engine, and it is based upon that legendary L88 engine that was ever so popular back in the late 1960s in all the Copo cars. What's the difference? Doesn't have a flat tappet cam like the L88 had back in the day. Does have 4 bolt main caps and an all forged rotating assembly, and in place of that flat tappet cam, it's got a hydraulic roller camshaft. So there you go. If you still see something out there that says 400 plus horsepower, please bring it to our attention and we'll try to get that corrected for you. But we do now confirm with you that the correct engine in that Nova is that ZZ 427/480. You can read all about it at Chevrolet.com. All right, we're back to the 442. No matter how many times I tell some people out there that 442s came with automatic transmissions in 1967, no matter how many times the original owner of this 442 W30 car that we're giving away tells us that's how he ordered it as an Oldsmobile employee, we've got people telling us that we're wrong.
Actually, somebody emailed us and said we're a bunch of liars.
That said we're a bunch of liars, that it couldn't come with an automatic. So to show, it could. So first of all, let me restate what happened. 1965, the 442 came out. What did it stand for? Everybody knows the answer, right?
I didn't until you told me.
4 barrel. 4 on the floor, meaning a manual shift car. 2 dual exhaust, 442. Well, that was for the first year only. In fact, the bearer of all internet knowledge, Wikipedia, will tell us, right, PJ, you looked at this earlier, 442 Wiki. And we're going to look at it right here together, guys. Okay, my mistake, 64. It was 4-barrel carb, 4-speed manual, and dual exhausts. Then what happened? 1965, they decided to add a 2-speed Jetaway automatic transmission is optional. You can see it right there. So from 65 forward, think about the 442 Hurst Olds that we gave away. That was an automatic transmission. But for some reason, people still have it stuck in their heads at 67, still only a 4-speed. Not true.
And Chris, you gave me a graphic.
I gave you a graphic, and it's a graphic. It's a very graphic. So please, viewer discretion is advised. Okay there, guys. Look at, so there's that 442 from 67, that beautiful red color. Then go down 1 row and look to the left. What do you see there? Optional on the 442. That's an automatic turbo 500 with console. So now that opens up another can of worms. Why doesn't the 442 W30 we have a console and a floor shift? Because it was a factory drag racer. And what's the number one thing? What are the two most important things in a vehicle for factory drag racing? One is horsepower, right? What's number two?
Well, you would assume safety, but maybe not.
Not really. Lightweight. So why would you put a console in if a console was going to add weight? Correct? Maybe that's a half of a tenth of a second. Who knows?
Do you think that previous owner actually street dragged this thing somewhere up and down the...
No, he raced it in Indy, PJ.
Wow.
Raced it in Indy in C/SA, which is C stock automatic class. So if you didn't order the console, where's the only other place that automatic transmission lever can go? On the
column, yeah.
On the column. You got it. So, Kathy, there's that picture. I sent it to you earlier so you can show people. That's right from the Oldsmobile dealer brochure from 1967. Remember, 64 only were they 4-barrel, 4-speed, and dual exhaust. 65 forward. You could get them with an optional automatic transmission through 66. That was a Power Glide 2-speed. From 67 onward, that was a Turbo 400. Whew! Okay. I'd like to remind everybody, tonight's timeline contest will ask you what your favorite Dream Giveaway Grand Prize vehicle is right now. Starts at 7 p.m. tonight. And please take part of that. That'll go live at 7 p.m. tonight. Kathy, I mentioned it.
Beautiful.
Great.
Chris, what is your favorite in here?
What's my favorite car in here? Classic? I really like that Z28 Camaro right now. And I also like the Oldsmobile a whole lot. And I like the Demon. And I like the sound of the Nova. How's that?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. We're still working on figuring out internet speeds with Facebook and working out some glitchy stuff. So if this started on you a bit, then we will work on getting this better for you. Remember, live award ceremony at noon on Friday for the Nissan. Next week, March 2nd. Can you believe it's March already?
Unbelievable.
Drawing the winner for the Boss 302. We'll see you guys next time. More great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes. We've got something for everybody right here in our favorite place on earth, the Dream Giveaway Garage for dreamgiveaway.com.
See you next time, everyone.
See you.